Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Futures Club podcast, where we come to chill and get our minds right. I am Judith Daniel, your host and owner of Juju Star Productions LLC, where we have an array of products designed to help and encourage and uplift and push you forward in life. If you want to know more, go ahead and click that link. But for now, sit back and enjoy the show. So today we're going to jump right in. And as the title states, who are you? And is your mindset of one that is that person? And foundationally, do you know who you want that person to be? There's so many times when we say, oh, I would, and walk with me on this journey, right? You look at something and you're like, oh, I would love to have that. And then you're sitting there and you're like, but how do I get that? Where I am today, who I am today, how do I get that? How do I understand what that is for me? Like, how would I walk in those shoes? And we never really put that full picture into concept of it takes this type of person to be able to handle something such as that. We always just point a finger, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Oh, that looks good to me. Oh, should I? I can. I can have that if I want it. And sometimes those are just the topical reasons. Those are just the topical, not even punching through to be able to handle something like that, but saying just because I want that, I will. And then when you get it, 9 times out of 10, it either gets neglected or you're like, oh, this is kind of hard to do. I don't want to do it no more. Or, oh, this is becoming a pain or an annoyance and I don't want to anymore. Or, oh, well, I thought I wanted it, but now I'm looking at it. You see what I'm saying? So I know in the word it says, like, even though we can, doesn't mean we should. So, but it's like, what do you really want? And why do you really want that thing? And is it something that you want, or is it an automatic calling? I don't know what's up with all these notifications. Give me a sec. Oh, it is on. All right. So, what do you want? Why do you want it? Are you able to handle it? And how do you get it? And then once you get it, what are you going to do with it? Those are the foundational questions in everything that I want you to ask. Yes, it's a lot of work. This life is work a little bit till you get your mind in control and you're able to handle it better, right? And what do I mean by handle it better? That means like, oh, I'm focused on this. I want to be here. This is something I want to do. I'm not being forced to do it. And I could probably do it in my sleep. And it brings me joy and satisfaction. Keeping up with the Joneses don't really bring nobody satisfaction. You just understand that you have the same thing that they have. But that might be an absolute joy in their life. So they're taking care of it better. They're learning it, because it takes time to learn a thing and how to handle it and how to care for it and how to be in its presence. And you might have just got it because, oh, they got it, so I want it. And then what you do with it? You might keep it locked away. You might only pull it out to flex. And then it goes right back in the cage, in the garage, in the back of your house, in your mind. It's not really something that you wanted to utilize and really wanted it because you wanted it. It's because you're trying to have what other people have. And that's where we get fucked up. Because you're not doing it out of a genuine place. You're doing it out of ego. You're doing it maybe out of spite. You're doing it maybe out of jealousy of, oh, they can't be doing better than me. They can't have more than me. And we have to learn to be real with ourselves. And sometimes being real with yourself might say, or might look like, or might be that you don't agree with what someone else is saying or with what someone else is trying to get you to do or with what someone else is trying to persuade you to take another look at and actually do that thing. Like they've tried to make it sound real good. But deep down, I don't really like this. But you're like, I might give in because of their efforts. The efforts that they're putting into it, I might let that trump my thoughts. I might let that trump my voice. I might let that become the greater factor than what I originally wanted. So then what are all these things that come and kind of put themselves in our way? What are all these things that kind of just are there and you don't really know why? You don't really want them there. You could care less, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, why are those there for no reason? In a nutshell, those are distractions. And they come in all forms. For me, let's put me on the stand, judge. Okay. Now, one of my great things, and again, all this is happening in your mind. And that's why I say everything calms down a little bit once you get a grip on your mind. Now, even though it's your mind, that doesn't mean other things aren't going to try to get in there. That doesn't mean there aren't going to be little, things that try to get in that space and become bigger than what you want. You know how they talk about the enemy? You know how they talk about the devil? You know how they talk about uh, Lucifer or whatever you want to call him, who is an actual entity, whatever you want to call him that, right? The only thing that he has, the only way that he can penetrate and quote unquote get you is through your mind. He doesn't have the ability to be physical because he is not physical. So he can't physically touch you, right? The only thing that he can do is get in your mind. And that is where he can quote unquote get you. Look about it. Look around. Where is he at? Where are you seeing him at last? You ain't. So when it goes back to, and I'm going to take off here for a second, is like that fear factor. Fear starts in your mind due to a thought that would have adverse effects. And for some of us, that is our go-to because we've been living in survival mode for so long. We're like, well, dang, shoot, I done seen this before. I done been through this before. I kind of something sort of like it, right? And then we build up all these thoughts in our mind, or maybe we've heard someone say that this, and this might happen if you do this and this. So then in our mind, not because we've seen it firsthand, not because we experienced it for ourselves, not because we went through it, but due to someone else's words, you let them affect your mind. So instead of going down that path of letting it go, we need to take control of that thing. And once we take control of that thing, peace comes. Because we're not going to achieve physical peace because we already have that at any given moment that we want it. We just be still. And then we have physical peace. Right? So getting back on track, the enemy The adverse, whatever you want to call it, right, is still that. The only way that he can get you is your mind. So we have to learn to not let other things trump our mind. And I want you to practice that. And then I want you to leave a comment of what happened, or message me, or put it on any one of my, wherever you can find me, and say, Jay, oh my goodness, look, I tried that thing you said, right? Girl. Because that's how it's going to go. Even if you don't use those type of terms, even if you don't talk like that, in your mind, the equivalent of that is what is going to be going down. Now, I'm a little more ghetto than most. So my mind can go all over the place, right? So if you're not on that level, I apologize. I can stiffen it up. But what I'm saying is, get your mind in check. And then all these other things is going to fall into place. You don't have to have what someone else has just because they have it. You know what I'm saying? One of the most incredibly, I thought, was just beautiful. And because I'm cheap, let's put that out there too. Because I'd rather be frugal than to be all out in these streets making it rain. A mobile home, the simplicity, the already done for you, the brand new that no one else has touched, just seemed like a beautiful idea to me. I don't know why. And I don't know if it's because I'm not a shiny person, meaning I don't um when I want to dress up, I dress up, right? When I want to do what I want to do, I do it, right? Now that doesn't mean that I have to put it all on for y'all to see, because the easiest way to get robbed is to put it out there for someone to take. Okay? So I don't do those things, but it's not because I'm afraid of those things. That's just not my cup of tea. I guess I'm a minimalist. And not to say that I don't have many things, but it's just like I like to keep things simple. And when I'm going for a certain look, or I'm going for a certain theme that I want to present that at that time, that's what I'm going for. And that's what I'm going to do. I am a girl. I like shiny things. I like things that are shiny. I like things that glisten in the sun. And guess what? Some of those things can come from Claire's, right? Some of those things can come from wherever I find them, and I thought they were pretty in that moment. It doesn't have to be the top of the line as far as like I need all the big diamonds. I don't know why I'm like that. Like, I would rather wear a silver or a platinum piece of jewelry than gold. You know what I mean? When I guess gold is the standard, but I really think silver looks way better. It's just really pretty to me, right? And even going a step further, I would prefer a blue stone instead of a white or a gold stone or an emerald, because that is just pretty to me, right? I guess I put it in my mind long ago that my external things are not my diamonds. I am the diamond. And all these things just support where I want them to support because they are my things. They are not me. They are what I choose. They are not what make me. You feel me? I am what makes me. The Lord is what makes me. But these are just my playthings. All of it. No matter how expensive it is, no matter how rare it is, it's still a plaything. No matter if it's only 4 of them cars made in the country, it's still a personal plaything for my enjoyment. You see what I'm saying? So I would rather watch a sunset. You know what I mean? I would rather hear the ocean. And you're probably saying, instead of what? It doesn't matter what. Those are just things I prefer. It's not that I'm putting it over something else, but that's the path and the realm I want to take, because that's what I like. Some people, they might like to look like a crystal ball. You know what I mean? Some people think, well, if I don't show 'em my bling, they ain't gonna think I got it. So who are you trying to please here? And for what? So what if you do got it? So what if you don't got it? Why does it matter what other people think? You see how we let that trump, and just even little minute thoughts. Again, I'm gonna say this probably for the rest of my life. You have to be the loudest voice in the room for you. And that would take off so much stress. So then if you see something that you like and you're like, wow, I really like that. You don't know the price of it. You don't really even know where you get it from. You're just like, ooh, I like that. I would like one. And then come to find out it's only $20. You're like, heck yeah, come up. Right? Or you find out, oh wow, it's $20,000. Ooh, that's nice. I can see why. I still want one. And what is it going to become? It's going to become my plaything. That's all it is, right? It's going to become your plaything. Why? Because you are the diamond. So let's look at education. Same thing. Is that what you want? Is that the route you want to take? Is that what your destination is for you that you determined? Or is that someone else putting it there, persuading you to it? Because that's going to leave you unsatisfied. But what you want for you will leave you satisfied. And then when you want to change it up, change it up. That would take off so much stress from you. I'm telling you, you guys. These things that they say matter don't matter. These little toys, once they get old, what are you going to do with it? You're going to sell it. You're going to give it away. You're going to throw it in the trash. You're going to get rid of it. Why? Because it was still just a plaything. It didn't make you or break you. You focus on what you want and you make that what you go for. And again, take all good advice into consideration if that's what you feel like doing. But at the end of the day, who's putting their feet in those shoes? Who's walking out this life for you? Who's taking those hits for you? Who's gaining those rewards for you? Not nobody but you. So I will not let what someone else tries to put on me, tries to persuade me as being better, or any of the sorts, take precedence over what I really want and what I'm really desiring. And they can dress it up. They can make it look like Christmas and smell like pie. But if it's not what you want, that's okay. That's okay, you guys. You have to know that what you want is okay. You have to know that your feelings are valid. You have to know that your desires, no matter how big, no matter how small, are justified because it's what you want. I'm tired of people having to be sitting in a corner crying because, well, they said I should do this because I would be good at it, but I don't like it. But then every time I try to go against it, I'm getting yelled at or I'm getting adverse reactions. But they forgot to ask the simple questions. Well, if you like that so much, why aren't you doing it? Why are you putting it all on me to do? You see what I'm saying? Because what does that situation bring about? It brings about resentment. It brings about anger. It brings about depression. And it brings about thoughts, if it gets so severe, of giving up your turn early when there was never a need for that thought, when there was never a reason for that to cross your mind. So we have to be stronger a bit if we're not already. And where are we being stronger? Say it with me. In the mind. Because that is the starter and that is the finisher, is the mind. And if your mind is weak, if you're letting just anything infiltrate and direct it, that's going to be a bad outcome for you because you will be unsatisfied. I wanted to leave that thought with you because, yes, I am a little angry. Yes, I did have a few situations come up where I didn't like that for them because there was no reason for it to get to that point. And I just wanted to stress and reiterate the fact of you being the loudest voice to you. You being the king and queen. You having the confidence in yourself of knowing what you want and knowing what you're going to decide to do and being okay with your decision and not second guessing yourself because of someone else's words. That's the line. Do not cross it with yourself. You are precious. And some people do know that, and that is the reason for the adverse position. So please, I know I got a little on edge today. I know I got a little demanding, but it's very important for you to know you. And the best way you can do that is get an understanding. Now, I offer life coaching. You already know that. FuturesClub101.com, everything is there. But even if I'm not the right one for you, find out who is. That can put you in that right direction, who puts you first and not their agenda. Prices stay the same. The prices are not my agenda. But when you know that you have invested in yourself, you take pride in that thing. That's why I put a price on there. I know my overhead. I know what I need, and I can keep my prices low for that reason. It's not because I'm trying to get rich off of you, because I'm trying to help as many people as I can. And I know that everybody ain't got it like that. But this is such valuable information that they need it. So where do I come? Where's my happy medium? I found that long ago. And I kept them the same through and through. Why? Because that was my goal for me. That is what I wanted for me. That is what I decided was okay. And guess what? Still today, it's okay. Why? Because no matter what, I have faith and I have God. That will be always be the first way that I get anything. It's not by taking from someone else. But I know if I leave it at zero, you're not gonna think this is worth anything. So I can't do that either. But find someone who can lead you in that right direction and who has a pure intention and who don't change it up on you. Now, if you start at this price, this is the price it's going to stay. Why would I need to change it? And we're making progress. We're not at the beginning where we were. Why do I need to raise the price when we started at the very bottom, which should have been the highest it'll ever be? And then as we make progression, oh, you're getting better. Oh, you're knowing more. Oh, we need to take that down. Instead of trying to raise it up because now we're going into the advanced sessions. No, it's advanced in the beginning. When you're coming to the realization of So find people with pure intentions on your wavelength, and do what's best for you. Now, you know the stuff I got coming up. If you don't, go check out the website that I already mentioned. I have to put that in there because some people may not know, so I'll at least throw it in there once. But if you look at the other videos, if you look at the other podcast pieces, you'll understand what this is all about. And I would say start from the beginning and go straight through. But know that you are what is important. And I got time. And that's why I have to do it in a group session, or I can do it privately, depending on what you want to do, because you are important. And if you want to do both, you can definitely do both. You can do the Futures Club live, and we can take it one step to the side and then give you more kind of a personal touch, on those different things. Especially if you're wanting to kind of move a little quicker, or you're like, you know what, I'm finding value in this, and I want more. Then you let me know, and we take it from there. But whatever you do, in all you're getting, get an understanding. And that understanding starts with you. And the peace will come when you gain control of your mind. So until next time, deuces. As always, thank you for joining us again for another episode. We hope you enjoyed yourself, but the best way to know is if you leave a comment or you send me a message and you actually let me know. If you have any questions, I would love to be able to answer those on the next episode, so go ahead and leave me that as well. But until next time, just know you are worth it to be wherever you want to be.